My mic's not working. Hang on. Is it working now? Okay, I think it is working now. Unemployed activity starting this at 11 p.m. at night. Hang on. I'm just going to send the link out on Discord. This is my first gaming stream. I'm using Streamlabs. Normally I use StreamYard, which is like a lot more intuitive. So please be a little bit kind, everybody. First time. Hang on. Gotta set up the camera better. All right. Okay. Please comment if you can hear, and please let me know if the mic's working and everything's working. As I've said, this is the first time I'm streaming some games, so it's a little bit difficult, but So how are we feeling today, Drew? I'm feeling great. Everything's good. Nothing's going bad at all. Literally no problems in the entire world. Everything's perfect. Easy Money, hello. Hello, Drew. Why are you comparing yourself to Sakano? Many people assume he supported Mouse. I was joking. Obviously, I'm not like Sakano. It's a bit of a joke. Hi, Drew. Isn't it late in Australia? Yeah, it's 11:30. It's 11:30 at night. This is potentially not the best time to stream, but I am. I spent like the past 2-3 hours trying to set up Streamlabs so I could play video games. So yeah. Sorry, I should have started earlier. I just was trying to set up my video game streaming, and should hopefully work now. We'll get into the game very soon. I'm going to do a USA run on HOI4. Great game, beautiful game. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a like, guys, on the Drew Pavlis Show. Help the Drew Pavlis Show rise up. Remember to leave a like, my friends. Remember to leave a like. So important. So unbelievably important. So incredibly important. I think we've got 13 live viewers on YouTube, which is a little bit sleepy. Hopefully you guys can share it around. Leave a like, etc., etc. Okay, I'm going to start. By the way, guys, let me know if this works. Hang on, I'm going to put on, not that one. Hang on. Now you can turn on TTS. I still don't know how to do TTS, to be honest. Another US run, Chris. Yeah, I've played this like 5 times. What game is it? It's Hearts of Iron 4. Beautiful game. Beautiful, perfect game for geniuses, autistic geniuses, many say. It's a beautiful game. We love our map games. We love our map games, don't we, folks? Okay. Yeah, let me know, guys, if the audio is working well. How well do you understand HOI4, Drew? I've got about 800 hours in HOI4. I'm not like perfect at it, but I'm like all right. I've got 800 hours in it. I'm gonna start as USA. Israel striking Fordo, Drew, going 20 wide. Wait, no, don't tell me that there's actual real news right now. Surely not. Is there actually real news right now? If there's real news, I'm very upset. Fordo, hang on. Holy shit. IDF is targeting access routes to Fordo. They're bombing it a second time. My god. Yeah, so Israel attacked the access road to Fordo as we speak. But I wanted to do a gaming stream, so I don't want to interrupt my HOI4 stream. The real world interrupting the HOI4 stream. This is so unfair. I tried one time to play a gaming stream. So first, I'm just going to do some organizational activities. The first thing I like to do is just organize all my troops. Very important. You organize the troops. You do some research. Very important. You start with industrial research, and you start with electronic mechanical engineering, as it helps improve your research rate. Yes, Easy Money, you did send me it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Listen, I'll do TTS my next stream, because I'll do a proper TTS stream. This one is just going to be a test kind of gaming stream. 67 days into the 100-day challenge on the Drew Pavlis show, my friends. It's going well. The challenge is doing well, and yeah, trying out gaming for the first time. Drew becomes a gaming streamer. Very important. A lot of people have been crying out for this. I am doing a historical run. I don't play the mods as much. I normally just play I play like the main historical runs. I don't know why. I find it more fun. So as I said, I do a bit of organization first. So, hang on. Okay, so War Plans division is good to start with. No divisions of basic training. We'll train 5 divisions up. Maybe we play Fire Rises. Yeah, I'm sure we should. I haven't played it before. I haven't played Fire Rises before, but I am aware of it, and I've watched a lot of YouTube streams based off it. Hang on, I just got to repost the link. It's not working on Twitter for some reason. That's a shame. Damn. Hang on. For some reason, the Twitter's gone down. Very unlucky, very unfortunate. Okay, listen, I promised everybody. I've got to start. Okay, this is what I like to do. I like to build a lot of infrastructure in the Philippines, and I never let the Philippines fall. I build that up as a massive base, the Philippines, and then that's the base that I use to attack Japan in the game. So build some infrastructure, some nice rails. And this is because we're going to put like 100 troops on this. Oh, okay, beautiful. So all of General Patton's troops are going to the Philippines. I don't know why it went down on Twitter. That's really frustrating. Damn. It just says that the broadcast run is unavailable. Somebody says spam more factories. I will. We got 17 people watching live. If you're watching live on YouTube, thank you. Please leave a like. Leave a like, help us build up the Drew Pavlis show. It's very important. So we'll get them to just defend the coastline and the Navy. So we get some rail up. I max out the air as well. What else? I normally build another naval facility on the other side. I max out the naval facilities too. Hello, Daniel. Hello. And then we will start spamming the factories, of course. That's very important. So this is just the early game housekeeping stuff, guys. Got to start this stuff off. Okay. I'm gonna redo all my production lines. Okay. So we go infantry. Put 5 factories on that. Civilian train. We need a civilian train. Trucks. Yep. We need trucks. What else? Towed artillery. And a basic like tank. And I'll put I spam fighter aircraft, so we'll spam those. Convoys, we'll put 5 dockyards on that. Drew is building the next Murdoch media empire, except it'll be based. So unbelievably true. We start off with the Hearts of Iron gaming, my friends. We start off with the gaming. We're going to build up a beautiful media empire, my friends. I just need $1 million. I can make this shit beautiful. If anybody's watching and they have got $1 million that they can invest in the Drew Pavlu media empire, it'll be so beautiful. I'll hire a proper production team. We'll make this beautiful, but I need some more money. But that's just in case anybody is watching who can invest $1 million into the project. We create a spy agency. That's very important. What else? I think we've got almost... Okay, I think we're almost right to unpause the game now. What else? There's just all these random soldiers everywhere. I do try to fix that up a bit. All the Pacific units. All right, I think we're ready to unpause the game now. It's a beautiful strategy we've got here. Basically, what I'm going to be doing, so I'll just explain it to everybody. I'll explain this to everybody. We're going to build up the Philippines as an unsinkable aircraft carrier. And I will not allow Japan to conquer the Philippines as is what happened in real life. We're going to use it as an unsinkable aircraft carrier. And we're going to use that as a base to then attack Taiwan. Then we'll jump over to Okinawa. And then this way you could actually defeat Japan in the game in like 1942, 1943. I can't see... Streamlabs doesn't tell me how many people are watching live. Can somebody tell me how many people are watching live on YouTube? Okay, everybody can go to the Philippines. So I send everybody to go defend the Philippines. That's just a convenient way to get them over there. 19 live viewers. Okay, that's not too bad. Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like. It helps us reach more people. Leave a like on the stream. The Drew Pavlu Show is very much relying on you. Please help us reach more people with the Drew Pavlu Show. 19 live viewers on YouTube. That's not too bad, but I'd like to get some more live viewers. If you can leave a like, please leave a like. I think we've got a smaller account. I think we've got a smaller viewership because unfortunately, my Twitter stream has not worked out. Zoran has a new podcast out with the Abundance guys. Oh, that's fucking sad and cringe. Damn, I thought today's stream would focus on Iran. Israeli forces bomb the gates of the main Iranian gulag. I did see that. It's based. I do support it. Listen, maybe I'll just do a little bit of gaming and then we'll go to the news. I just want to try out a gaming stream for the first time. But I understand. Obviously, there's some important news right now, of course. Oh yes, I've got to organize the Navy ships as well. Okay. So I consolidate all these as one big naval group. Somebody comments, oh, the greatest guy's back and says, what lazy content, watch me play games. Dude, so many streamers play games. Fucking relax, dude. I'm literally doing a gaming stream for the first time in my life. The haters will never stop. The haters will never stop. Drew can just play a humble gaming stream. And even that, they will want to kill me. The camera quality is a lot better. Our mutual friend came over, Curl, and they helped me set up a better system for streaming. You should listen to the podcast while playing. Okay, let me try work out how to do that. What's it on? Where can I find it? Zoran. I'm trying to look up the Zoran podcast right now. Hang on. Drew, it's on Derek Thompson's Twitter. Okay. Okay, Zoran. Yeah, okay, I've got it. Let me know, guys, if you can hear the podcast. Can you guys hear? Hang on.
Just in time for a ramp up to June. We've got you covered every week as we take an in-depth look at who's got next for the NBA's future. We'll talk the rising and falling stocks of the best and the brightest prospects in the 2025 NBA draft class.
Okay, now we can hear. Okay.
To Dylan Harper.
All right.
BJ Edgecombe.
Pure ADHD.
Tap in with me on the Ringer NBA
We're
Draft
listening
Show
to Zoran
every
on the
Wednesday
podcast
and make sure
while
that you
playing
follow, subscribe,
HOI4.
and hit us with those 5-star ratings.
Okay.
Hey, you look terrible. Go to bed.
Nah, I need to watch the Bulls. This is my MJ flu game.
MJ dropped 38. You're dropping tissues.
And I took that personally.
That's the spirit, MJ.
Pause. Matt Curl asked, Drew, do you think China is mad that all of Iran proxies got rolled so easily that it didn't make it good enough distraction to move on Taiwan? Listen, it's a really good thing that China's great ally Iran got smashed. It's a great thing. The Iranian regime is part of the China-Russia-Iran axis, and they got smashed, and that's bad for Xi Jinping. So I'm happy for it. I'm happy about that.
I mean, Dave.
Somebody says build infrastructure in the US before military factories. You can get less construction penalty, plus you can build up faster. Okay, true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. Do you reckon civilian factories or Okay, I'll build up some civilians first. Hang on, let me put on the podcast again. 1 second.
If you too want to copy the experts these NBA finals, jump on Sportsbet's feed. Copy real bets from real people. From Sportsbet.
I hate the advertisements.
What's
it's so
gambling
cringe.
really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
With HubSpot's built-in AI, you can get more done than ever before. Breeze agents help you do things in seconds that used to take hours. And Copilot keeps you 2 steps ahead, giving you the right insights at the right time. Get started today at hubspot.com/AI.
Before today's show, a personal announcement. After almost 17 years at the Atlantic magazine, I have just officially moved my writing full-time to Substack, the newsletter platform. If you like this show, if you're a fan of plain English and my work across abundance, the antisocial century, happiness, loneliness, science, technology, I think you'll love what I'm building here. And on a personal note, it would mean a lot.
How's that? I turned it down a little bit
up.
softer.
So check out DerekThompson.substack.com or just search Derek Thompson Substack on Google or wherever. Enter your email and you are done. That's DerekThompson.substack.com. Today, abundance, the American left, and Zoran Mamdani, the Democratic Socialist candidate
Zoran
for mayor of New
Mamdani.
York
I think
City.
he's going to win. He's going to win. Unfortunately, he's going to win.
In the last few months, I've been surprised by the reaction to Abundance, the book I co-wrote with Ezra Klein, on the political left. The online discourse has been quite negative. On Twitter, Blue Sky, on Reddit, on YouTube podcast, on articles,
yeah, because all the commies are upset about it.
Sites and magazines. It has been a surprising wave, a large wave of negative.
What's the name of the game? It's Hearts of Iron 4. You'd probably like it, Max.
The conversation around this book has reached such a level that New York Magazine's back page, a grid of the cultural zeitgeist called the Approval Matrix, recently plotted what they called, quote, the overabundance of abundance discourse in their highbrow despicable quadrant. But if you pull your mind away from social media and YouTube and this online discourse, if you listen to and watch what politicians and people running for political office have been saying about this book and our project, I think what you'll see is that the response
23 watching.
has been
That's all right.
notably different.
First gaming stream. It's okay.
It's
okay.
not just centrist and moderate mayors, governors, senators who have called out the book as a useful model for the future of liberalism in the Democratic Party. It's often politicians who represent the same leftist causes whose posters are constantly criticizing the book. For example, Bernie Sanders devotees have repeatedly bashed abundance. But Representative Ro Khanna, an outspoken advocate of Bernie's signature policy proposal, Medicare for All, announced his support for abundance on several occasions. And while several people have accused the book of ignoring policies to reduce welfare, Wes Moore, the progressive Maryland governor whose private sector career was devoted to reducing poverty, said in a recent speech that Democrats have to change from being the party of no and slow to being the party of yes and now. A direct call out to a theme of abundance that liberals given power often pass laws that are larded down with complicated procedure.
I like abundance. I do like the
Zoran
abundance
Mamdani,
agenda.
The Democratic Socialist
Zoran is a
candidate for mayor
communist,
of New York
unfortunately.
City. Mamdani and I have very different politics on a range of issues, on housing, affordability, education, levels of taxation and spending. And yet Mamdani has, in the last few weeks, embraced what he has called, explicitly, an agenda of abundance. He's told podcasts like Pod Save America that he thinks leftist critics of abundance have oversimplified the book. And that
the
our
podcast
approach
is
to making
the guy who wrote
government
the abundance
is
book with
exactly
Ezra Klein,
what the
Derek
left
Thompson.
needs in this moment. Now, I saw some people point to Mamdani's name checks of the book and say, oh, this is great. This is what persuasion looks like. But I also saw some people point to his comments and say, it's a ruse. Beware, stay away.
It is a ruse. It
He's
is a ruse.
co-opting abundance to redirect it toward goals that have nothing to do with this book. I wanted to talk to the man himself. So I was very gratified when, in a very busy week for me, as I've just switched jobs and am now moving cities back to Washington, D.C., and in a very, very, very busy week for him, since he's running to become mayor of America's biggest and richest city, Mamdani and I nonetheless found 30 minutes to sit down and talk calmly last Saturday about abundance and the left, how we agree, where we disagree, why government efficiency ought to be a virtue of all leaders, but especially those on the left who want government to do much more. And finally, how to change our mind. This is the last subject of the interview, and it's the one that I honestly came away thinking about the most.
We start with the New
The
Deal.
trick that ideology plays on the mind is that it convinces flawed thinkers of their infallibility. But there's no
Concentrated
ideology,
industry.
not left or right or centrist.
Yeah,
that is
I actually
guaranteed to have the
appreciate
perfect
Greatest Guide.
answer to
I
every problem
appreciate
for
him.
all time. It is a delusion to believe that such a thing could even exist. The world is dynamic. Its problems are strange. And seeing reality clearly, continuing to see reality clearly, requires that we have the courage to talk to people we do not agree with, who see the world differently than we do. With the honey, great to talk to you.
No, it's so lovely to be on. Thank you so much for having me.
You recently delivered a speech in which you said this, quote, "Government must deliver an agenda of abundance that puts the interests of the 99% over the 1%, end quote. Unsurprisingly, my ears pricked up at the language here. What does an agenda of abundance mean to Zoran Mamdani?
As someone who is very passionate about public goods, about public service, I think that we
New
on the
Fo-
left have to be equally
New Fo came on,
passionate
it's
about
great.
public excellence. And one of the most compelling things that I think
Just turn it a bit softer.
brought into the larger
I think Zoran's
conversation
going to win. I think
is
Zoran will
how
win.
We can make government more effective.
I don't like
We
him,
can
but I think
actually
he will win.
deliver on the very ideas that we are so passionate about, and a recognition of the fact that any example of public inefficiency is an opportunity.
He is charismatic and
for
he is energetic.
the argument to be made against the very existence of the public sector. And so to truly make the case time and time again that local government has a role in providing that which is necessary to live a dignified life, you have to ensure that every example of government's attempt to do so is one that is actually successful. And I think that's what speaks to me about abundance, and I think that's the line in the speech that speaks of both who we're fighting for, but also the fact that we're delivering on that fight, and it's one that is actually experienced each and every day by New Yorkers across the 5 boroughs.
I think it's really important that if we're going to ask voters to give us the power to add new government functions, we have to prove that government can function in the first place.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
reporting out this book with Ezra was really interesting, and I'll be honest, it's sometimes almost blackpilling. Like, it did not make me a libertarian.
Blackpilling.
I'm still a proud liberal. I believe in an aggressive,
Make it louder,
muscular
okay.
government. But it was astonishing sometimes to see that these examples of government failure were not
that okay?
exceptions to a rule, but in some cases,
that okay now?
something tragically close to the rule itself. And I wonder if you've had a similar experience of coming into government, coming closer to government functions.
We go with FDR?
And recognizing that some things just don't work the way they should. Can you put some meat on those bones
Perfect.
what you've seen that's made you so passionate about not just announcing
I think Zoran's gonna
public
win.
functions, but proving public excellence?
You know, I very much agree, and I think what's been frustrating is that even the very language of this conversation, language around bureaucracy, efficiency, waste, even quality of life, we've allowed this language to be seen as if it is of a right-wing concern, when in fact this should be the most paramount left-wing concern, because it is either the fulfillment or the betrayal of that which motivates so much of our politics. And, you know, one of my focuses in my time in the New York State Assembly has been on the MTA, in part because that is the form of government that most New Yorkers interact with most frequently on a daily basis. And when that train is late, when that bus is shown on your app to arrive in 10 minutes but never actually comes, when you are stuck in a tunnel, it diminishes your faith in local government at large. And I think this cannot be separated from the larger problem of politics in our city and in our state, which is that it has become more about incumbency protection than it has been about innovation and competence. And to be in a mayor's race where my chief opponent is Andrew Cuomo, someone for whom his supposed strength is that of managerial competence, it is in stark contrast to his actual record in running so many parts of our state government that continue to be just as ineffective as they were when he became governor, if not more. And the MTA is a chief example of that, where for years he refused to even acknowledge that it was a state entity under his responsibility. And then it went to the point that he was so eager to chase the headlines of saving money on what was being spent on the MTA that he implemented a restructuring program within the authority that allowed for the elimination of
It's a
positions
podcast.
as
I can't
soon
react to it,
as
retard. Then
someone
no one
would
can hear the
retire
podcast.
without any actual
Fuckwit.
comprehensive plan
Greatest guys,
for
idiot.
ensuring that
Fuck
we
no.
were retaining the capacity within that authority to deliver on so much of what it was mandated
Can't talk
to
over
do,
the podcast. No one
which
can
then
hear
leaves
it.
us in a
Fuckwit.
situation like the Second Avenue subway, where in the first phase we're spending more on consultants than we are on construction because we've lost so much of that internal capacity because we didn't replace the people who retired or were fired or for whatever reason because we were working backwards from simply a headline of saying X amount of positions have been eliminated, Y amount of money has been saved.
I want to get to housing, but let's hold on the subway for a second. I'm really curious to know what you would do to bring down costs for the most expensive subway construction project in the world, New York City subways. It sounds very good, I think, to say that in the early stages of the Second Avenue subway construction, we were paying a lot of money to consultants and outsiders. But I'm also convinced that public sector unions in New York have rules that raise costs.
Oh, this is not going to be
far
good.
above what they are
Zoran's
in
going to
other
struggle with
countries.
this.
Even countries, by
talking
the
about
way,
the
who
unions.
are highly unionized. I am certainly not against public sector unions in some big picture, but when I look to why New York City builds the most expensive subways in the world, one answer for me is
That is going to be very controversial for Zoran because he's asking Zoran to effectively criticize the public transport unions. We'll see whether he's capable of it. We'll see whether he can do it. Do you think he can do it? Let's see. Listen, I don't like Zoran. I think Zoran is too much of a socialist. Too left-wing for me.
is that public sector unions have contracts and contract demands that are raising the cost of per mile construction in New York City. Is talking to public sector unions about building transit cheaper something that you plan to do as mayor?
I think I will have to work with public sector unions. I think I come to a different conclusion than you on the basis of, however, of the same point that you're making, which is that if, for example, we name one of those counterparts, which is Paris, where they have arguably even stronger unions, and yet the cost per mile is so much less. To me, it can't. The conclusion.
Do I like AOC? When she's talking about just stuff like Medicare for all, listen, we're in Australia, we've got public health care, so I like Medicare for all. It's just a shame, though, because obviously on foreign policy, she's got some pretty crazy ideas.
And then can't be that it is the presence of those unions' work rules or labor rules in general. To me, the thing that has really stood out about how we drive down costs is the importance of something known as utility relocation. It's not the only answer to this, but I think it is one part of it. And I share it as an example. It's a piece of legislation that I introduced.
She's moderated a tiny bit, that's true.
Assembly that would require public service corporations like Con Edison, National Grid, Verizon, other telecommunications companies to perform the work that's required to support the MTA's infrastructure improvements on a reasonable schedule and in accordance with the actual needs. And what I mean by this is so often what happens is when the MTA does any kind of significant construction, these other entities, public service corporations, typically look at that as an opportunity to get gold standard work done for whatever it is that they require. And even the city sometimes does this. And what this all leads to is a ballooning of the actual cost of that infrastructure because it's being used as this one moment where the city gets a park and Verizon gets better, underground cable networking, and it just continues on and on and on.
Yeah, Eric Adams is funny. I honestly think Eric Adams is a funny guy.
With the cost of what was supposed to just be the MTA's infrastructure, as opposed to the truth of it, where everyone is using this as this moment where they can finally spend as much money as possible to no cost to themselves.
A top issue of your campaign, which I especially appreciate having lived in New York for 7 years, is housing costs. And the top policy on your website is freezing the rent. You describe it this way on your campaign website.
Oh, freezing the rent is cringe. Freezing the rent is cringe. Hang on, I'm pausing that. Freezing the rent is just crazy politics. It's a recipe for hyperinflation, folks. It's a recipe for hyperinflation. Unfortunately, it is a recipe for hyperinflation.
Tenants, and more than 2 million of them live in rent-stabilized apartments. As mayor, I will immediately freeze the rent for all stabilized tenants and use every available resource to build the housing New Yorkers need and bring down the rent, end quote. There is a tension in those two sentences that jumps out at me. You want the city to cap prices for a good whose supply you're trying to increase. And I think that's a very hard thing to do. If, for example,
how do you do that? You can't do
more
that.
great grocery stores, but you declare that no grocery store could charge more than $50 per receipt, the stores would just stop stocking the shelves the same way they used to. The stores would just get worse for everyone. How do you plan to both freeze rents and build the high quality housing that New Yorkers need?
I see it from the perspective of landlords of those rent stabilized units have seen an increase in 12% in their profits in the last year. These are profits with regards to tenants whose median household income is $60,000 a year. Now, what we've seen with the mayor, the current one, is that he's increased the rent by 9%, and he's proposed increases on top of that by about 8%. The difficulty here is that you have an economic policy that the mayor effectively controls that determines whether or not New Yorkers, in large part, can continue to afford.
We've got some
city.
HOI4 fans in the chat. That's good.
Spoken about as if it is the only means by which these landlords are able to receive.
Drew, you need to make armored CLs for the Navy.
Other aspects
and go carrier strike with knife.
Some might
Okay.
call them loopholes. One of them being the individual apartment improvement. I bring this up because IAIs, as they're known in abbreviated form, something that I was in opposition to, but still passed in the state legislature, were doubled, whereby landlords could receive money from tenants for individual apartment improvements that were being made. And the reason I was in opposition to this was because this is a program that has been found to have a number of instances of fraud. I say all of this to say that you can freeze the rent, and what that ensures is that these tenants will not actually be priced out when we know that there's this crisis of an exodus of working and middle-class New Yorkers. And there still continue to be so many other aspects and ways in which landlords can continue
only make infrastructure
to extract profit from these very tenants. But beyond that, to your larger question of how do we both freeze the rent and
Eric Adams, Mayor Royce, I like that.
From a lot of developers is one of the ways in which we are driving up costs in New York City.
Infrastructure,
is not even
okay.
the dollar cost, but actually the time cost, which is then obviously translating into dollars. And that time and the delay of that time is in part because of the processes by which we approach land use. And this is
okay. I'm going to build up
where
infrastructure
abundance speaks
to avoid,
in thinking
to
about
avoid
this both
penalties
with regards to small businesses. And if you look at the example in Pennsylvania where they took an 8-week permitting time and cut it down to just a few days. But also in terms
Build
of
steel
housing, where
mills.
we currently have a piecemeal approach where each city council member gets to determine whether or not a land use project moves forward by virtue of something known as member deference. And what we need in order to actually build enough supply for the city that we have and to get past this
build the
staggeringly
Pentagon.
low vacancy rate is a comprehensive citywide approach, one that can fast track projects, especially those that are in line with the administration's goals. And I say that because there are a number of projects which you won't actually find that much disagreement on. For example, low-income
Yeah,
housing
I'm not
for
playing with
seniors,
any
they're
mods.
Still not.
Hang on. I'm not playing with any mods. I'll explain my strategy. Basically, I am going to use the Philippines as an unsinkable aircraft carrier. I'm not going to allow the Philippines to fall to the Japanese. So I've put all my troops guarding the ports there to stop a naval invasion from Japan, which will take place in about 2 years in the game. So I think right now we're in January 1938. When we hit 1940, that's when you're going to start being at risk of a Japanese naval invasion on the Philippines. Normally, if you're playing a normal American run, the Philippines will fall really quickly. And then that's where you have to then do island hopping. So you're going to have to go from you're going to have to try take Iwo Jima, and then you're going to have to take Marcus Island, and then Iwo Jima, and then you have to go to Okinawa, and then only then can you invade Japan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build up the Philippines as my base. I'll go straight from the Philippines to Taiwan with I'm going to build some parachutists. I'm going to recruit some parachutists. I'm going to airdrop onto Taiwan. From Taiwan, we'll airdrop onto Okinawa, and then from there you can airdrop onto Kyushu. And very quickly, you can take Japan out of the game in like 1942, 1943. So that's my plan here. I'm playing as the USA, which is probably like the easiest run, I think. I listened to the chat's advice. I'm building up infrastructure in states that have a lot of natural resources. So, for example, California, Texas. I'm going to be building up infrastructure to get more oil. Holy shit, these states have so much oil. It's crazy. It's so easy. If you're playing as America, it's literally so unbelievably easy because you just get so many resources and you can have so many factories as well. It's just really the start of the game that's really sleepy as America. And yeah, I'm going to try and attack Japan and defeat them really early. I'll start training some Marines. Now these guys can deploy. I'm going to send these to the Philippines as well. So they're going straight away to the Philippines. You should have giant wakes. Have I got giant wakes? Where am I? Giant wakes. I still need to wait a little bit longer to get giant wakes, I believe. By the way, guys, how many people are watching on the YouTube stream? Because I can't see the YouTube stream right now. I'll put the podcast back on. Hang on 1 second.
Been built many, many years later. And ultimately, that's a failure of just how slow this process goes. But the other point is that when we're talking about a rent freeze,
23,
you
okay.
still are seeing...
Thank you.
You know, this is on the backs of the findings that these landlords have a 12% profit in the last year. So that's where I believe that there is room for that relief and that there's still an incentive to construct more housing because we're talking about both an incredible amount of demand and a limitation on profit as opposed to the elimination of profit. And that is all specific to rent stabilized housing.
I haven't played Doom
where,
before,
in fact,
actually.
There's a lot of construction that is not rent stabilized in this moment.
You mentioned that you're looking at Pennsylvania, what Governor Shapiro is doing there. And I like the fact that you're looking around the country and thinking about borrowing certain ideas from other governors and mayors. And I wonder if you looked across the Hudson River to see what they're doing in Jersey City, where Mayor Stephen Fulop has really succeeded in building a ton of housing. Last decade, rents in Jersey City were absolutely skyrocketing. But the city changed its permitting laws. It welcomed new development. Supply boomed. And literally just days ago, the mayor announced that rents are actually declining in Jersey City. I mean, for renters themselves, for tenants, that's even better than frozen, right? Actually, rents that are declining, and it's because of this boom in supply. Is this a story that you're following? Do you think there's a lesson to take from Jersey City?
It is absolutely a story of interest to me, and I think I've thought of it often just even in the statistical analysis of the fact that in New York City we're building around 4 homes per 1,000 people, while in Jersey City it's about 7, and in Tokyo it's about 10. And this is, I clearly have ideas and politics, but ultimately beyond all of those things, I care most about outcomes. And what I'm very passionate about is making this a more affordable city, also making it a more efficient city. And I think for too long in our politics, especially in the vein of what we were talking about earlier, this incumbency protection, we have allowed for this reverse exceptionalism to flourish in New York City, where we see examples of things that have been successful elsewhere in the country or elsewhere in the world, and we simply tell ourselves it could never happen here in New York because we're different. And in fact, we should be proud of the fact that those things are not present here. And I think we've seen this when we're talking about bike infrastructure or outdoor dining, but also especially around housing. And I think that we have to bring that kind of politics to an end. We have to have both a pride in our city, which I do have and which so many New Yorkers have, and a humility that we can still learn from other places. And I think that there is much to learn in with regards to Jersey City, and also much to learn with regards to other global cities across the world in understanding what regulations do we have.
Greatest guy is a
truly
beautiful
still
troll.
stand up
He helps
to the
us with the
question, and
comment
which of
section,
them have
obviously.
actually lost their
I
justification.
don't ban him because he
I
actually
think
helps us with the comment
when
thing.
we're talking about the need to build more housing, I also think we need to build different types of housing. And I think it is a shame that we've made it functionally illegal to build SROs in New York City, for example. I think that we have to have conversations around even the minutia of, single stairwell versus dual stairwell. These are examples that have stuck with me because they're examples that show that when it's not innovation and competence that is driving the creation of these regulations, then you start to have more and more things that actually drive up the cost for a justification that you can't even remember by the end of it.
I've seen some folks associate your campaign with Brandon Johnson, the left-wing mayor of Chicago, which, of course, is not a comparison that I think a typical person would welcome, even if Mayor Johnson's a nice guy. He's currently polling around 10 or 12%. I want to ask you about one aspect of Johnson's tenure.
10 or 12%,
which is
holy
the
shit.
bureaucracy
Wow.
of building affordable housing. In Chicago's affordable housing qualified allocation plans, 10% of points are rewarded.
Oh, the giant
for
wakes, okay.
developers
So it's
who
September
show that
1938.
They have extra accessibility features in their plans, and 15% of points are awarded based on the makeup of the development team. So extra points if developers are BIPOC or women. Only 3% of scorecard points are awarded based on project cost. And what that basically means is that affordable housing in Chicago essentially treats
That sounds so
accessibility
bad about
and
Chicago.
workforce diversity as 9 times more important than cost savings. And it seems to me like in Chicago, you get exactly what you planned for. The city recently built affordable housing, or each additional.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but in Chicago, they actually they put like restrictions. They make it so that you need to have a certain amount of BIPOC members of your company if you want to get contracts for public housing. That's fucking mental, because it's not even related to keeping prices down or anything. And this actually apparently adds to the cost of building public housing in Chicago, which obviously is very harmful to the poor.
Affordable housing unit at a reported $1.1 million a pop, according to the mayor's Twitter feed. What do you think Chicago did wrong?
I think one of the most important things is that we actually set a goal for what each unit should cost and work backwards from that, as opposed to ending up with a figure after having made all of the different criteria that we would like to fulfill. Because if we cannot construct it at cost that is scalable, then
Wartime industry, beautiful.
that is the greatest failure of the idea itself. Because these ideas, they're only worth as much as their implementation. And it's interesting because I know that the critique you're laying out here is specific to Chicago, but one of the critiques that I've had, for example, of the previous tax subsidy scheme in New York called 421A was that the cost per unit for quote unquote affordable housing was similarly above $1 million. And I think there is just a lack of efficacy in the manner in which we've approached this construction. And what makes our campaign distinct is that yes, like many other campaigns, we want the private market to play a significant role in the creation of new housing supply. And we think the public sector should play the role of constructing that which is immediately affordable, as opposed to just the construction of more supply in the hopes that it then eventually drives down the cost of housing overall, to have something that is, from the first day, meeting the median household income of $70,000 for a family of 4.
Wow, China's getting crushed.
It still comes back to that central point that
in this game,
what is the cost that we can actually do this at scale, and how do we ensure that we hit that cost? And I think, yes, we're talking about housing right now, but it's the same issue that speaks to the MTA. It's the same issue that speaks to public bathrooms. We need to ensure that we are working backwards from a scalability and outcomes, as opposed to having that simply be a byproduct of all the other decisions we make.
Did you know there will be track closures starting these school holidays? From the 28th of June to the 18th of July on the Beenleigh and Gold Coast lines. We're sorry for any
We love the
inconvenience caused, but because
the
our
Australian
rail network
ads.
is undergoing
Beautiful.
a once-in-a-generation upgrade, we need to close tracks from time to time for essential works and to keep our workers safe.
Send all
Buses
guns to
will
China.
replace trains at certain stations. So before you travel, plan ahead, consider your transport
Oh,
options,
guns for the
and be
anti-fascist
sure to
war.
allow
Yep,
extra
sense.
travel time. For more information, visit the TransLink website. Authorised by the Queensland Government, Brisbane.
Coach Jackson here, head coach of your local footy club. We're kicking goals because we follow Queensland's new child safe.
How good are the Australian
If you're a
censored
business
ads?
or
Beautiful.
organisation like us that works with kids under 18, you'll need to follow the standards too to keep all kids safe and well, and it'll soon be law. All right, let's step it up, legends. Search Queensland
Okay.
Child Safe Standards and help raise the standards to raise us kids.
Authorised by the Queensland Government, Brisbane.
You're tuned into Red Flag Festival, listening to
We're gonna
Scam
want some
artists, sure to
transport
steal the show
planes,
and your
and that's
cash
very
with
important.
their hit sold-out tickets suddenly available.
Get loud for the people listening from the car park.
And on the main stage, Blank Socials with their famous disappearing act, followed by fan favourite unlimited tickets for sale. You want 9 tickets?
Get some divisions.
Don't miss all these red flags.
Stay alert for ticketing scams. For more information, search NAB Secure.
So they're all going off to the Philippines. I've got
On
41
Red, you
troops
have
there
this
now.
plan to mandate a price freeze. With groceries, you also have a plan to use government power to control costs. You have a plan to build a small fleet of public grocery stores. What is the problem here?
I
that
gave
you
China the
think
weapons.
City-run grocery stores specifically can solve?
There are two problems. The first is a problem of affordability. There is a sticker shock that New Yorkers tell me about all the time, whether they're making $40K a year or $200K a year, that when they go into the supermarket and they look at the same items that were easy for them to purchase a few years ago, they now seem more and more out of reach. And the most obvious examples here are eggs and milk and bread that have been cited again and again. There is a second crisis, which is that of food deserts, where Black and brown New Yorkers disproportionately deal with a situation where there simply isn't affordable produce, and sometimes even produce at all, within close proximity to where they live. And I represent Queensbridge Houses, the largest public housing development in North America, and I've heard from constituents time and again that there simply isn't high-quality produce within a 5-block, 10-block radius, but I can find 5, 6 different fast food restaurants in that same space. And that's where my proposal is one, this is a proposal of reasonable policy experimentation, where we're talking about 5 stores, 1 store in each borough, across the 5 boroughs of New York City. And it is something that would cost $60 million in total, which is less than half of what the city is currently set to spend on subsidizing corporate supermarkets through a program called City Fresh. The reason I bring this up is that too often we don't interrogate the ways in which city government is already intervening in this, but doing so in a manner that tries to absolve itself of responsibility and instead further invest in a model that is leaving us with the same results. This City Fresh program, which is set to cost about $140 million, is one that doesn't require the supermarkets receiving the subsidy to accept SNAP or WIC. It doesn't require them to engage in collective bargaining. It doesn't even require them to have lower prices. It's just about trying to assist in their continued operation. And it's funny, even to hear
Nanjing
some
has
of the
fallen.
critique, especially from John Katzimatidis,
Nanjing has
the owner
fallen.
of Gristedes, is to completely miss the fact that for many New Yorkers, they can't even afford going into those kinds of stores today. And I think that the scale of this pilot program is one where we could meet these twin crises at the same moment by ensuring that where we're selecting this location is meeting both of these needs, and also to showcase the
Germany has
ability
invaded Poland.
to prove out that argument that I'm having with you, not an argument with you, but
Germany
the
has invaded
conversation
Poland.
with you around how do we prove the effectiveness? Because if it is not effective at a pilot level, it does not deserve to be scaled up. But I believe it can be effective in 2 ways. One, because I think that there's far more efficiency to be had in our public sector, and I think there have been glimpses of that efficiency, most especially at the height of COVID, the speed with which city governments set up testing site, vaccine sites, and the ability to go through that vaccine
Poland
site
has fallen.
in about 15 minutes is in stark contrast to how so many experience the public sector. And because food is a non-negotiable. It's not a luxury item. And, I'm
Poland has
talking to you as
fallen.
a state legislator who watched our state spend hundreds of millions of dollars in cutting the state's gas tax to subsidize.
There's about 5 minutes left of the podcast. When the podcast ends, I'll list what I think of the proposals.
The cost of gas at a time when those prices were going high, but considers it a bridge too far to do anything with regards to the price of groceries.
It's interesting hearing you talk about wanting to offer more government services while also being fixated on this North Star of efficiency. Do you know about the sewer socialists of Milwaukee? Is this something you're familiar with?
Yes.
So, I mean, just for listeners who might not be, I assume that maybe you might as well have a tattoo of sewer socialism on your back. In the early 20th century, there was a group
the
of
Soviets
Milwaukee
came in as
left-wing
part of the
city leaders
Molotov-Ribbentrop
who
Pact.
embraced what was originally, I think, a slur of sewer socialism, and it was this sort of self-aware reference to the idea that they often bragged about how great their public sewer system was. And it was a form of socialism that was laser focused on making the city work better. It wasn't focused on necessarily like ushering in, the global defeat of capitalism. It was focused on local, tangible, concrete, measurable issues like, is the sewer safe and working? And it's funny because more than a few people on book tour asked if abundance was meant to revitalize sewer socialism in the 21st century. And my answer was always, well, look, I am not a socialist, but if I were a socialist, I would definitely be a sewer socialist. Because to me, the idea of
sewer socialism, I'm going to look that up.
And look at the good that we did strikes me as so much more attractive than you gave us power, we struggled to do good, things are still horrible, add government functions. Tell me a little bit about how, I wanted to make sure that listeners were on the same page as us, but how you sort of define your own democratic socialism in this light, in the spirit of the Milwaukee sewer socialists.
Claiming the language of quality of life as a left-wing concern, because it is often described as if it is somehow conservative, but in fact, if we want to fight for the dignity of each and every person, and especially ensuring that applies to the very working class New Yorkers that are often forgotten, at the core of it is also the quality of their life, that it is an excellent life that they are living. And so much of that comes back to the efficacy of the public services that they engage with. And too often we've refused to even admit
Germany has invaded Norway now.
Or critiques or waste within the public sector, thinking that by doing so we open the critique from the right.
Spain occupies Morocco.
Our refusal to admit it is even more ammunition for the right, because it showcases that ultimately, their argument would be that we don't believe in the efficacy of these things, simply in the existence of them. But for myself, and I know for many, the existence is important because of the efficacy.
That's a cool comment, Max.
And I think what sewer
That's cool that your grandfather did that.
And the example of Milwaukee is that we want to showcase these ideals not by lecturing people about how correct they are, but rather by delivering on them and letting that delivery
they're going towards France now.
Too few examples in New York City politics of any large-scale interventions of city government, and any ones that have been successful. And I think that the few that come to mind right now are congestion pricing and universal pre-K. And they are examples of interventions that fundamentally transformed life in our city and should be used as a model for what more we can do.
Greatest guy is such an annoying
require
troll.
A level of political courage and a willingness to have the kind of battles that so often are the very obstacles that stop us from imagining a better future than the one that we have. I mean, to have universal pre-K, you have to have a mayor who is willing to say that they're going to go to Albany, they're going to fight to tax the wealthiest New Yorkers, to fund an expansion of the social safety net to apply to universal pre-K. To have congestion pricing, you have to be willing to take on the political culture of this city that
going to build some coastal forts.
For so long has been the exact impediment we've seen at community board after community board about the way in which we can reimagine the streetscape from the one that we've had to the one that we actually need. And I think that those are some of the ideas that animate a lot of what I'm running on. And my vision for this city is, how do we how do we refuse to be content with what we have and actually deliver on the things that we deserve, and use the examples of elsewhere across the country and the world
France is about
what
to fall.
drives us. And for me, one of those examples is also what's happened in Paris with Hidalgo, and the ability to plant more than 100,000 trees and have a significant impact on the air quality of that city in tandem with the transformation of that streetscape. This could be a model.
France
for
is
what we
about
do
to
in New York
fall,
City as
guys.
well.
Last question, and I've really enjoyed talking to you. I feel like there are a lot of things we agree about: congestion pricing, trees, government efficiency, this idea that the liberals should not be afraid of pointing
France
the
has
finger at
fallen.
their own side just because they think Republicans might say, oh, look, liberals are criticizing each other, therefore there are critiques to be made. It's really important for us to understand how to wield power effectively if we're going to ask voters to give us more of it. We disagree about some things. We disagree, I think, about rent freezes. I like that you're into policy experimentation, that you seem to think about the world through a lens of trade-offs. And finally, that it seems to me that you changed your mind on some things. You told the New York Times that you would change your mind a bit on the value of private development. And also, there's this case of defund the police. In 2020, you and a couple other mayoral candidates embraced the rhetoric of defund the police. But on a debate stage this year, you said, and this is a quote, "I will not defund the police. I believe the police have a critical role to play. We need to ensure that police can focus on crimes," end quote. And in several interviews, you've talked about wanting to hire more social workers to do social work so that we can have police officers doing police work, stopping crime and solving murders. This is not a gotcha question at all. I don't think you're a hypocrite. I think you changed your mind.
Norway has
And,
capitulated.
I want to know how you changed your mind. Who do you talk to? What do you read? What do you see that has shifted your position on police or housing from one year to the next?
I think you have to continue to fight the instinct in politics to surround yourself with people who are quickest to get to a yes, or who are quickest to replicate the very idea that you've proposed to them. And I've been lucky that in my time in the state assembly, there are a number of my colleagues with whom I have significant disagreements, but whom I've also developed relationships with such that I can continue to have this conversation and always approach it with some level of humility that I could have been wrong at some time. And I think that that's a part of politics that we're also missing, is the idea that leadership can also be someone who recognizes what they know and what they don't know, and surrounds themselves with people who challenge them and whose commitment is not of a shared ideological approach to the world, but rather a shared track record of excellence and fluency. And the reason that I've come to different conclusions today than I've had in the past, whether we're speaking about policing or housing, is not just a function of the changing way in which I see the world, but also a result of the conversations with colleagues, with a number of friends who have always been generous with their time in interrogating the concepts that are animating our politics at any different year. And I think that's also the way that I would approach running the city, is to be wedded to outcomes, not wedded to the means by which we get to those outcomes. And I think that allows you the ability to learn, to grow. And I think that leadership can look a lot more like that than someone who pretends they know all the answers all the times and regrets is something.
Interesting podcast. I appreciate the recommendation to put that one on. That was interesting. I found it interesting. I'll talk a little bit about Zoran. Listen, I actually do like the policy experimentation side of it. I think it's good to try different things out. I actually don't mind the idea of building 4 or 5 supermarkets that are publicly owned. A small number to see how it works. I think that's interesting. That said, I think rent freezes are a disaster, because it will make it harder to bring new housing onto the market, because it removes the incentive to build new housing for developers. I don't like his broader socialist worldview. I'm ultimately a fan of markets. I do believe in a role for government intervention in the markets. But Listen, it's interesting that he was willing to express humility and say that he was wrong about defunding the police. I mean, I think it's good that he expressed humility there, because I think the defunding the police thing is a disaster. So honestly, I mean, it's a little bit, it's okay. I mean, it's better that he admits that he was wrong. I mean, it's certainly better that he admits that he was wrong. But I think the problem is that ultimately, at the end of the day, he is pretty hardcore on the left-wing side of stuff. Like, I just think rent freezes are a bit of a disaster, because, like, it does actually demolish a lot of the incentive to bring new housing onto the market. So, I think there's a lot of problems with Zoran. It's good that Greatest Guy's fucking off. I mean, I never ban him because, I mean, at the end of the day, he is actually helping the streams. He is helping the streams by just chatting shit and everything. He's helping our numbers, which is good. But it is annoying. He is an annoying person. That's okay. Just for people who are tuning in, we're playing Hearts of Iron 4. I'm playing as America. It's 1940. We're about to be attacked by Japan. I've built up a lot of defense on the Philippines, and my goal is to basically stop the Philippines from falling so that I can use the Philippines as a base to fight back against Japan. So that's where I'm at right now. We'll deploy these units. I haven't researched parachutists yet. Okay, I've got to research parachutists. That's very important. Do you host multiplayer? I can do multiplayer. I haven't done much of it in the past, but I can do it. I'm not that good at the game. Like, I mean, I've got 800 hours, but I'm not like really advanced or anything like that. What else should I add? I'll add a bit more infantry, more planes, more trucks. Have you played Fortnite? I have played Fortnite. I haven't played it since I was a kid, though. I haven't played Halo either. Remember, guys, to leave a like on the stream, by the way. It really helps us if you can leave a like on the stream. What's your title? Commander Drew. Yeah, Field Marshal Drew. Field Marshal Al-Haji Pavlu. It's interesting. I mean, Zoran is obviously a very charismatic guy. If he was less of a socialist, then I could have potentially seen myself voting for him. It's a shame that he's just like so hardcore left wing. Wow, Yugoslavia has fallen. Oh, wow. Europe is currently under Nazi occupation in our game. We'll do some more planes. Field Marshal Pavlu, absolutely. And listen, it's a smaller stream today, guys, because it's the first gaming stream that I've ever done. And also, sadly, my Twitter broke down. Normally, it streams live to Twitter, and that unfortunately broke down, which is a real shame. So it's not currently streaming to Twitter. Actually, I probably don't need that many trains. Trucks, I do need the trucks. I'll go more infantry. How can you claim other people who slaved away on the game as your content? What are you talking about, dude? Like, I'm playing the video game. That's the content. Me playing the game. What the fuck is this guy talking about? Fucking schizo. Is it your content or the game companies? What are you talking about, dude? Everybody knows that every game company knows about streaming. They like people streaming because it promotes the game. What the fuck's this guy talking about? Greatest guy is fucking unhinged. I actually don't even know what this guy wants, but honestly, I'm not gonna ban him because he actually ends up helping boost the comments he helps boost the numbers on the streams by just his seething hatred boosts the numbers. I reckon I've built up America into a really strong position right now in this game. When Japan attacks us, we're going to be in a really good position. Start adding a lot more divisions. Survivability studies. It's not your IP. What the fuck's this guy talking about? You didn't personally create Hearts of Iron, so you can't stream it. What the fuck's this guy talking about? Such an unhinged cunt. You didn't personally create the game, so you can't stream it. That's beautiful unhinged levels. That's beautiful levels of unhinged. Actually, he did. He works at Paradox. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I literally coded the game. Fact check true. I literally coded the game. This is extremely true. The game, we literally completed the game. We coded it. Fighter, transport, bomber. Just going to start spamming military factories now. Now's the time to really build up America's industrial capacity. We're going to be in such good position when Japan attacks. They won't even know what has hit them. We're so prepared. Yeah, Toto in the chat actually works for Paradox. Fact check true. And he's given us permission to stream. This is so true. You putting any defense on Pearl Harbor? In the game, they can't actually attack Pearl Harbor because it's too far for them, their range. In the game, the one that they attack first is the Philippines. So I put all my defenses here. I built up coastal defenses on every single port. I put a lot of anti-aircraft guns as well. They honestly have no way of landing. They won't even come close to landing. We won't even let them. The Women's Armed Services Act in the game is so good because it gives you 3% extra manpower, which is like almost like an extra million people, I think, for America. Will you bring Wilfred Riley, Hunter Ash, or Tracing Wood Grains onto stream? I will do that this week. I will do that this week. Gee, Germany has just declared war on the Soviet Union in the game. So the game's starting to heat up. World War II has well and truly begun now in the game. I'll do a carrier. Send Joseph Stilwell to China. That's what happens in real life too. Trying to think what I should put my... Okay, our resource gain efficiency. Yeah, Drew's right next to me in the studio in Sweden. That's fact check true. That is so unbelievably true. I love Paradox Interactive. Such a good company. Okay, now we can finally build up some parachutists. I'm going to try and max out my my infantry. Vichy France controls Vietnam in the game. So I'm going to max out my parachutists. The parachutists will help me land on Taiwan, inshallah. I'll start getting everybody to train up. I think we're going to get attacked by Japan like literally any second now in the game. What do you think of the hereditarians on Twitter? I'm not like a genes guy. I'm not really a hereditarian. Remember to leave a like on the stream, guys. It's really, really helpful for growing the audience. If you can leave a like on the stream, I'd really appreciate it. Iceland requests our help. I'll give them the help, of course. We love our Iceland. So Max asks, did Japan attack mainland USA in World War II? They did. They dropped incendiary bombs on the mainland United States during World War II. Incendiary bombs dropped by balloon, but it doesn't really count though. I like the comment by Greatest Guy. I'm starting to see Israel's point of view now. Thanks, Drew. Okay, dude. Cool. We're not even talking about Israel right now. We're literally playing the game. Airborne divisions. We want some airborne divisions. Yeah, we've got beautiful industrial capacity now. We're really building up. Special forces. That'll give us more airborne troops. Drew's gaming content will turn the tide against anti-Semitism. Fact check true. That's actually fact check true. I think everybody understands that that is so true. We are single-handedly got to stop anti-Semitism by playing Hearts of Iron on stream. Okay, they've attacked us. Finally, Japan has declared war. August 29th, 1941. It's okay. We're in a very strong position in the game. We're in a really strong position. We're in a really strong position in the game. We've already got like 3 times as many factories as Japan. So I'm sending literally everybody to the Philippines. Everybody goes to the Philippines, and we're gonna prepare to attack Taiwan, and then that way we can take Japan out of the war very early on in the game. So I'll get my parachutists. They'll drop south of Taiwan. Beautiful. Is Destiny even that strongly pro-Israel? He straight up said that he wouldn't give a fuck if October 7th happened to the West Bank settlers. Did he say that? Do you have Vicky 3 as well? I actually want to play Victoria 3. I haven't played it yet. I'll download it. I'll try play Victoria 3. That'll probably be a bit of a learning curve for me though. Like I've already played like 800 hours of Hearts of Iron 4 and I still don't really know that much about the game, I feel. It's one of those games where you can play like thousands of hours and still not be that good at it. You need to fortify a few islands so the Japanese can't cut off your supply routes to the Philippines. So I've already got soldiers on a lot of the American islands. So for example, we've got soldiers on Wake Island, soldiers on Midway. So we are pretty fortified. We are pretty fortified. Okay. Escalator says, I got like 2,000 now and still don't know how to navy. Yeah, look, it can be pretty hard sometimes, a game. It can be pretty hard. 1940 destroyer. Fire control systems, torpedo launcher, engine 3. Okay, I've got a nice 1940 destroyer now to start building. I did think, oh shit, they have attacked Taiwan. Okay, as you can see, they have actually attacked us, but we had so many men that we actually destroyed. So the Japanese invasion of the Philippines was literally cut off within seconds. Amazing. I've got a beautiful and great comment by Snazzy Scotsman. I'm not dying for the Philippines. So true. That's literally what Tucker would be doing today. They would love the Axis powers. Dude, it'd be so obvious that Tucker would love the Axis powers, hey? Wow, so this is the Eastern Front. September 1941. They're kind of closing in on Moscow. It's interesting that Romania has had much more success than the Nazis. That's very strange. Haven't seen that much in the game. Don't put all your eggs in the Philippines. Trust me, I've done this. I've done this run a couple times. I'm pretty certain this will work out well. So I will start putting my main surface fleet in the South China Sea. And that will stop the Japanese from being able to invade the Philippines. Because we'll have surface dominance on the sea. Are you lend-leasing the Soviets? Not yet. Drew, have you heard or played of Broken Arrow? I haven't. I'll have to look into that. I'm spamming transports so that I can launch the invasion of Taiwan. Gotta upgrade my infantry. What else? Yeah. I'll do research. You look more like a Persian than a Greek. Ancestors cry. That's funny. I love the troll comments. Beautiful troll comments. Just realized I haven't even joined the allies yet. I should join the allies. 1 second. So Toto says, I'm watching this while playing another strategy game. I can't believe how much ADHD the beautiful Zoomer generation has. Oh, they won't even... Britain won't even allow me into the allies. That's very strange and sad. They won't even let me in. Gee, they're closing in on Moscow. They might actually win in this game. The Axis might even beat them. Let's see. Fuck. Damn, the Axis is just killing it. I haven't seen them be this strong in the game before. Normally they're bogged down against the Soviets by now in the game. By the way, guys, how many people are watching live? Let me know, please. What is next after the Iranian regime, Drew? Algerian regime. So true. It's really more that playing this game has become so brainless to me after 5,000 hours that I'm basically getting to get just through alt-tabbing on half a second. That's crazy. That's hardcore Zoomer stuff. Damn, they're about to take Moscow. That is very rare in the game. I feel like in a lot of games that I've played, they get bogged down really fast. Okay, UK's finally allowed me into the Allies. That's good. I'm in the Allies. The Allies are rising. And I'm now at war with the Germans. $19, yeah, it's a smaller stream today. It's unfortunate that my Twitter went down. I don't know why. Damn, they've taken Stalingrad. Holy fuck. Oh my god. The Soviet Union's collapsed. This is going to be it's going to be really hard to defeat the Nazis in this game. I don't know what happened, but the Romanians are just like insanely OP. I don't even know what's happened here. I don't even know what happened here, but Legionary Romania is just like insanely OP. Wow, the Soviets are probably going to collapse before I can even send them anything. I'll send them an attaché. Wow. They've just been crushed. I haven't seen this in so long. I don't think I've played any games where the Soviets have collapsed this fast. That's going to make it really hard. No, fuck, these retards. Oh my god. How the fuck did they... Oh, my troops fucked it up. We've lost Cebu. That's such a shame. Oh my god. What Putin said about Israel. Are you talking about that that schizo thing where he said, "Oh, Israel is almost Russian because there's so many Russian speakers"? That was pretty schizo. How's my navy going? Oh, fuck yeah. We took out some of their top ships. That's good. I don't know what happened here, though, with my fucking troops. They just got fucking crushed in Cebu. So fucking dumb. Everybody stop military training. Ah, my fucking retarded troops. They just really fucked it up. Gonna try send some more guys in. Listen, I'm trying to take out Japan really fast, Max, so that I'm trying to take out Japan really fast so that I can then pivot to Europe. Fucking hell, though, I haven't seen Soviets collapse so quickly. They're about to lose. They're about to lose the oil deposits in the Caucasus as well. They're fucked. Oh, but Rome's fallen. Oh, beautiful. The British had like a nice expeditionary force landing on the Italian peninsula. Always good to see. Okay, I've got more guys now. I can probably fight back in Cebu. Oh, it's a fucking shame. Okay, I'm gonna try. Okay, let's see if I can do my paratrooper landing. Okay, 7 paratroopers. Can they land in the south of Taiwan? Let's hope. Omar Bradley. Okay. I'll go war economy. In World War II, it was the other way around. Allied troops helped in Egypt and Europe, then brought back to Pacific in 1944 to Papua New Guinea. Yeah, I'm fighting it the other way around, but I think it will work. I've done this a couple times and it works out pretty well. Okay. Got 7 guys there. Are they ready? Yep, we got it. We got them to Taiwan. Beautiful. Beautiful. January 1942, we've taken Taiwan. This is so good. So that means we're going to have a really fast time going against Japan. That's going to be really good. Okay. Oh, that's fucking beautiful. I'm so happy with that. I'll take just a random amount of guys. Take all the Marines and the Philippines divisions. I'm going to get them to go to Taiwan. That'll help me. They will be the ones that prepare for Okinawa. How good's that, guys? Literally 1942, and instead of losing the Philippines, we've taken Taiwan. That worked out really well. We've got total air supremacy in the South China Sea. And my ships are doing well. My ships are doing well. Let's see. They probably sustained a bit of damage in a big naval battle they had. No, they're going well. They're going well. Okay. All right. I'll unpause the game. Let our guys go for it. Okay. Beautiful. We've taken Taiwan. This has worked out extremely well. No Japanese troops even on the island. Beautiful. That was really fucking fast. Beautiful. We've taken Taiwan. We've taken Taiwan in the game, and it's not even the end of January 1942. That worked out so well. That worked out so well. Holy shit. And we've got all these new divisions as well to use. Damn, this is a good playthrough. It's just going to be really hard to dislodge the Nazis in Europe, though. I already know it. That's going to be a really tough one. I think I'll take Japan really quickly, but it's going to be really hard to take out the Nazis. Let's check in on Europe. Oh my god, dude. Look how... This is so strange. They haven't taken Moscow, but they've taken Stalingrad, and they've gone all the way to the Ural Mountains, Kazan. That's fucked. My god, that's messed up. So, I'm going to prepare. I'm going to move my... okay, I'm going to move my planes. Okay, so we use 1,200 transport planes. The rest will be fighter jets. So beautiful. Gee, I'm so proud of my troops. To take Taiwan that quickly was beautiful. So I'm going to get them to go from Taiwan to Okinawa. And that's our island hopping strategy right there. Now I'm going to build up, I'm going to try build up naval bases on Taiwan. We'll build some anti-aircraft. We'll build maximum air bases and infrastructure. This is going to be our new unsinkable aircraft carrier. Beautiful island hopping. We took Taiwan. We took it. Beautiful. Let me see if I'm going to be able to potentially... No, I'm not going to be able to get our air supremacy in the East China Sea. That's going to slow us down. Fuck, Leningrad has fallen. Okay, I think the Soviet Union is completely cooked. I'm not sure if I should even give them weapons, because if I give them weapons, then they're going to fall to the Nazis in the game. Holy shit, that's not good. So they've taken Leningrad, Stalingrad, just not Moscow. Gee, I've not seen them play such a bad game before. Oh, that reminds me, I've got to build a nuclear research facility. Very important. That's extremely important in the game. So I'm going to send my main fleet to the East China Sea, try gain dominance there. I'm going to see if my marines on this island can do a naval invasion of Okinawa. I'll wait for that naval base to be built. Because if the naval base on the north side will mean that I only need to get... I'll only need fleet supremacy in the East China Sea, not the South China Sea and the East China Sea. Okay, beautiful. Got eight marines. They're gonna go from Taipei to Okinawa. Beautiful. And how long will that take? That's gonna take 56 days. If we can do that, that's going to be almost lights out for Japan. It's still the middle of 1942. Two Ocean Navy Act. See, I'm not too bad at this game, guys. I'm not too bad at this game. Improved small airplane. Change to an improved small airplane. We'll get improved transport plane 2. So we're building up our air force. It's much more advanced now. Now, as you can see, the Japanese have started an invasion of Indonesia, and they have tried to invade part of the Philippines. They're trying to march down south towards Singapore, down the Malay Peninsula. However, we're in a really good chance because I've got full naval supremacy over the East China Sea. I've got air supremacy too, and our troops are very, very powerful. I will try to get Emily Schrader on the show. That's a good idea. I will try that. Oh my god. Oh my god, they've just lost Moscow as well. The Soviets going to go down. Wow. They've lost Moscow. What a disaster. Honestly, I haven't seen it go that bad before. And they're launching a war against Iran. What the fuck are they thinking? It's over for them. We're actually going really well in the game. Poor Sweden just got invaded by Nazi Germany in the game. Poor Sweden. Drew, have you played Age of Empires? I think I played that when I was a kid, but I haven't played it in a long, long time. I'll train a lot more Marines. Train a lot more infantry too. Drew, would you support a 50-year immigration pause? That's a long time, dude. I don't think 50 years is a good idea. Drew, do you think Randy Fine would fight on the front lines? Yeah, they're going to parachute him into Tel Aviv. No, into Tehran, I hear. They're parachuting Randy Fine in. They're going to parachute Randy Fine into Tehran. It's going to be a very powerful moment in world history. Listen, in this game, you actually can win World War II without Russia. It's just going to be a lot harder, though. I admit it's going to be a lot harder in this game. Okay, my Marines are ready. Let's see. I'll save the game. If all goes well, I should now have Okinawa by April 1942. Come on, God willing. Oh, the Soviets killed Lev Trotsky. And that's it. We've got Okinawa. Beautiful, beautiful work. I think we've got it. I think we've got it. Force attack. Yeah, we got it. Beautiful work. Oh my God. May 1942 and we've taken Okinawa. So we're actually prepared to invade the mainland now. This is really going well. Wow, this is actually my best ever America run. Wow, this is going so good. Okay, so I'm going to prepare them to invade Kyushu Island. Wow, that's fucking brilliant. Okay, now I'll try build up best airbase possible on the island. Best anti-air. Best possible ports. I'll build a railway line. Wow, this is going so well, guys. I should be able to just go it. I think honestly I should be able to just go it. I think I could potentially make landfall on the Japanese mainland by start of 1943 in this game. It's going to be fucking crazy. I've got now a lot more dockyards. I'll start a 1940 carrier. Hang on. $1940 carrier. Do some more infantry production. Open the Balochistan front. Ah, that'd be hard. Yeah, greatest game. You're watching history. Take notes. I'm actually good at this game, guys. I'm literally going to take Japan before 1943 as America. Beat the Allies by 3 years. We're gonna fucking do this shit. Beautiful. Now, where are my parachutists? Okay, I'm gonna send all these to Okinawa. Now, my parachutists will go from Okinawa to Kyushu Island. We've done it, guys. We're going to do this very, very well. New Guinea is getting invaded. So they're going from it. But see, this is the problem. In real life, they'd already taken the Philippines. But we've got the Philippines like a fucking fortress right here. They took Cebu Island, but it doesn't even matter at all. I'm going to take Japan as America in 2 hours of playtime. Actually, not too bad. I'm actually fucking proud. Now let's see. So I'm going to send some people to Taiwan. This will be my invasion force ready. So the idea is we'll take the first port on Kyushu. I'll have all these guys ready on Taiwan to sail straight from Taiwan to Kyushu as soon as we take the port. And then we'll just literally go right. We'll just take all of Japan really quickly. Holy fuck. I've never seen the Soviets play such a bad game before in the game. This is actually really bad. It's going to be so hard to defeat Nazi Germany in the game. Fucking hell. They've only lost 2.5 million men. Normally in the game they've lost like 5-6 million by now. So they're going to have a lot of manpower to fight. It's going to be hard. I think the main battle is going to be against Nazi Germany in this game, not against Japan. Are you going to do anything about Europe, Russia? I'm going to try speed run Leroy Jenkins, Japan, and then I'll send all my guys to Europe. Hopefully, I'll have them in Europe by 1943. But I'm just trying to defeat Japan first. Any thoughts on Operation Paperclip? I mean, obviously, it's bad. Okay, 13 days and our guy's going to be ready to land. I really hope that Russia doesn't fall by the time... I'm really hoping that I'll still have time to save them. Oh, we're adding Robert Oppenheimer as a character in the game, which is awesome. So when you're researching nuclear, you can add Robert Oppenheimer as your chief nuclear scientist, which is cool. So I've now started to make progress on the atomic bomb. Okay. We're going to be ready for Okinawa very shortly. Okay, they're ready. Okay, I'm going to save the game. God bless. God bless the soldiers. God bless the troops. They're going, they're going. Will they make landfall without serious... Oh! Holy fuck, there wasn't... Japan didn't even have anybody defending the ports. Holy fuck, July 1942 and I've got people on the Japanese mainland. This is fucking crazy. This is actually crazy. They didn't even have a single person ready to fucking fight. Okay. Let's see if I can parachute some guys in too. The parachutists. Yep, we got the parachutists in too. Oh wait, no. So I'm gonna start building some ports to bring my guys in. Once they go up, who cares where they come down? That's not my department, says Werner von Braun. Beautiful. I'm very proud of my guys, guy. I'm so proud of my guys. They've done so well. Holy shit, look at this. We've taken all of Kyushu, July 1942. This is fucking beautiful. Now, this is the crucial thing. We need to take this port. The port is really important so that we can make landfall. Oh my god, we've taken the port. This is actually fucking crazy. Oh my god, guys, I'm so happy. This is fucking beautiful. We didn't even need the parachutes. Guys, go to Kyushu. Everybody go to Kyushu, please. Okay, beautiful. Yep, our guys are all leaving to get to Kyushu. Beautiful. I'm not too bad at this game, guys. I'm not too bad at this game. Liberate Manchuria. Do you hate the Chinese? See, in the game, you actually don't have to liberate Manchuria. It's actually a waste of time. You actually have to go straight for the capital of Japan, and you knock them out of the war straight away by taking their victory points. So there's no use fighting Japan in China, where they've got all their guys. You want to go straight for Tokyo, the Imperial Palace, take them down. And then you don't even have to fight them. You can take them down without losing you don't even have to lose 5-6 million men. If I sent all my men to China to fight Japan and China, we'd lose 5 million men. But there's just no need for that. Beautiful. We've got all these guys here now. Beautiful. This is fucking amazing. So I'm going to split them into 2 armies. One on the south. One on Kyushu. Drew, have you heard of the Organization for the Reconstruction of the Communist Party of Greece? No. And I'm just going to send everybody on like a Zerg rush for Tokyo. There's literally no reason to fight them. They've got no one protecting their home islands because all their guys are in Japan. They've got all their guys in China. So we're just going to go straight for the capital. This will be my fastest ever Japan defeat in the game. August 1942. All right, guys. Okay, everyone push. I want a big push on Tokyo. I'm so proud of my army. Will you bet Zoran to win in Polymarket? I don't actually know how to use Polymarket, but listen, I think he's going to win. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of him, but I think he's going to win. We've taken Osaka. Oh my god, guys. This is actually... I've never had a better run than this. September 1942. We're beating the Allies in real time by like 3 years. The only problem is that the Soviet Union has actually collapsed in this one. So it's going to be really hard to try. So D-Day is going to be like 10 times harder. That's okay. D-Day is going to be like 10 times harder to make landfall in Europe. The good thing is though, I've got so many planes, so... Alright guys, we've taken Kyoto. September 16, we're taking Kyoto. Oh, we're going to get to Tokyo very quickly. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. This is fucking beautiful. Look how fast this is. They've got no one. Because all their guys are still fighting in China. They've got like all these guys fighting in Papua New Guinea against Australia. Meanwhile, we've literally just Zerg rushed Tokyo. And it's September 1942. We're beating the Allies by 3 years in real life. This is amazing. Oh, beautiful. We're going to take Tokyo very quickly. They're going to capitulate really fast. They control 39% of victory points. They'll capitulate when they hit 20%. And as soon as we take Tokyo, we're going to capitulate them. 2 hours and 3 minutes, I've taken it. Oh, I'm very proud. Very proud and very happy. This is great. This is fucking tactical perfection. Tactical gaming perfection. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Oh, we're taking Tokyo. Oh my God, we got it. Holy shit, guys. September 1942. September 1942. Within 2 hours of starting the game, we capitulate Tokyo. We capitulate Imperial Japan with like less than 500,000 men dead. This is, you know, this is gaming perfection. This is strategy game perfection. I've got the mind of a fucking general. Put me into a real-life military situation as a general, I could actually win great wars like this, honestly. That was textbook. That was fucking powerful. Wow. So I'm going to take Shikoku, take Saipan, Carolina Island, Marshall Island, Palau, Iwo and Marcus Island. I'll take Shoku, Submit Demand, take Okinawa, take Saipan. What else can we take? Damn. I'll take Kyushu. We'll take Kansai. Ah, damn. All right. I think we've basically taken everything we can get. Look, that worked out very well. Never played HOI4. I've played a lot of EU4. Seems quite similar. I'm seeing, yeah, same studio. Both Paradox. HOI4 stream. Zelensky's about to hit up your line. So true. Wow, okay. That was actually fucking beautiful. Okay. So I'm going to send... I'll keep like 20 guys here to defend it. Okay. And then everybody else needs to get the fuck to Europe. I'm gonna just transport like literally my entire army to Europe. That's not good. Holy fuck, they're losing bad. I'm thinking, should I actually send people to the southern front and try fight them in the... Nah, probably not. Okay. All of Asia is at peace, which is just beautiful. All of Asia is at peace. China has taken a big chunk of Southeast Asia. Just wondering whether I should actually, whether it's worth me like sending troops to literally fight the Nazis in the East. I feel like it would just be a massive manpower drain. don't think it'd be a good idea. I think it's better for me to send all my guys to England and prepare like big parachute drops into France. Drop some troops into Suez. Just trying to think. See, I mean, I could send my troops from Cairo. We could go all the way up. And then we could fight them. We would fight the Nazis here, but it would just be like a massive waste of my manpower. I'd lose like 2 million men. Ah, fuck, I don't know. On the one hand, I could stabilize the situation for the Soviets. Just trying to think. If we've got any experienced HOI4 people in the chat, what do you think I should do? It's October 1942. The Soviets are about to collapse, which is a disaster. I've got so much manpower. I could send like 100 divisions up through the Caucasus to try and fight for the Soviets on their behalf. Try hold back the Nazis, stop them from capitulating. Otherwise, I could just send all my forces to England and prepare like massive parachute drops onto France. Or I could send people to Italy. Fuck. I could send a lot of people to Italy. Maybe I'll put like 50 men in Italy. Okay, I'm going to put 50 divisions in Italy, which is what happened in real life. And the rest will go... Oh, fucking hell. I've got to build a port so that these guys can get out. So I'm sending all, as you can see, we're going to get rid of all the area defense and just literally send everybody to Europe. There's going to be a mass exodus of our troops to Europe. Oh my god, look at this. The Guangzhou clique owns like half of Vietnam. Okay, I'm sending 40 divisions to Italy. And the rest will go to England. And yeah, I'm just not even going to bother when it comes to fighting for the Soviets in the East. It just won't work. I got to max out Britain's airfields so that I can bring all my planes in. Damn, we're doing very well though. 1942. Still 1942 and I capitulated Japan. I think that's the fastest I've ever capitulated Japan in the game. People saw it happen live. I saved the game but I didn't reload at any point. That was fucking powerful. By the way, how many people are watching live? Okay, so my first divisions are starting. Okay, we're going to get to Italy pretty quick. Beautiful. We're going to be out of Italy really fast. Okay, awesome. Yeah, the first American divisions have landed in Italy December 1942. Beautiful. This is great stuff. I'm going to put them straight on the offensive. There's very few divisions here. From Italy has very few divisions, so I'm just going to put them straight on the offense. Oh, beautiful, guys. This is going great. Wow, this is going excellent. Okay, I'm really glad I sent my divisions to Italy. Great advice by the chat. Damn, we're going to capitulate Italy. Like 1942. Bologna. We're about to take Milan. They're about to fracture into civil war. Mussolini will be deposed. I've seen this happen before. Wow, we're about to take Milan. Genova. Mussolini's been deposed. Trump just attacked Medvedev on Truth Social. Oh my god, amazing. What did he say? That is fucking amazing. Medvedev's a fucking drunk, a retarded drunk. Holy shit, guys. Look how well we've done. We've literally capitulated Italy and Japan by January 1943. That's actually fucking amazing. This is my best run by far. Ah, if I accept this, I'm going to go straight back to war with Japan. Honestly, who cares? Let's just do it. Get to take more. Oh my god, we've done so well in this game. Beautiful. I'll take Kansai. Beautiful. Republic of Thailand. Yeah, I'll get some rubber. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Okay, excellent. We now control half of Japan. That's excellent. Yeah, we're going to push into France. Great idea. That's exactly what I was thinking. Honestly, I was sending all these guys to England. Maybe I should have sent everybody to Italy. Just push into France from Italy. You know what? Yeah, you know what? I'm just actually going to send everybody to Italy. Push into France. Fucking beautiful. They don't have anyone defending it. So why not? When are we going to do the follow-up with Alex Jones? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Ah, the Nazis have started to get some guys here. Let's see if we can push through. Might not work. Oh, it looks like we're going to get some guys through. Yeah, we're overrunning them. Okay, beautiful. Okay, this should work. This should work. Oh, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. It's hard because it's mountain warfare. This is exactly what I didn't want to happen. I didn't want them to get the time to entrench their forces. Maybe I should just maybe I should restart. Maybe I should send my guys back up to England because this is going to be a bloodbath now. Need air supremacy. I don't know if I've got any planes. Hang on. UK justifying against me. What cunts. What happened to the Alex Jones debate? That will happen. That will happen. Obviously, there was a crazy amount of news recently. Hopefully, we can reschedule it for a slow news week. That's what I'm hoping will happen. Okay, hang on. Got 43 parachutists. Doesn't make sense to waste them in the fight. And 7 Marines. I'll try see if I can get some transports. That would work well, I think. Guys, the Nazis have got a lot of guys consolidated now. I'm just thinking, should I join the fight up north or just keep it going in the south? What do you reckon? Gonna need some more rail. Did you see Trump's latest truth post? What was it? What was his latest? Got enough transport planes now. My guys have started. I thought we could quickly push into the Alps, but we've just run into the Alps and gave the Nazis enough time to mobilize men, and I don't want to lose 1 million men in the Alps doing nothing. Already lost 100,000 men there. What do you guys reckon I should do? Should I keep trying to push? I'll get my parachutists. Hopefully, they might be able to break up the situation a bit. Thing is, we really need to break through before they have the chance to entrench themselves. I'm trying to get Alpine... I'm trying to get air supremacy here, but... Fuck. They've got a lot of guys. They've got a lot of... Drew, your new camera angle's good. Makes you look slimmer, cheekbones more pronounced. Thank you, dude. Cool. Very good, very good. That's what we need. This isn't going to work, guys. Already lost 100,000 men. Okay, I'm going to end the... I thought that we could break through the Alps and sweep through Vichy, France. It's not going to work. We're going to lose 100,000 men fighting against them in the Alps. So I'm going to recalculate. Okay. I'm going to send 100 up to England. We'll have them prepare landings. I'll keep a token amount of guys. Oh, cool. We've got some new infantry. That'll be helpful. Keep growing the beard. I will be growing the beard. It's a good beard. By the way, guys, how many people are actually watching? Because I can't even see. So I'm going to send them to England as well. Send to England. Send to England. Send to England. I'm going to see if this naval invasion works. I don't think it will. I think they'll have too many people, unfortunately, on Marseille. We'll see how it goes. Oh, we're making progress. Actually, we're making progress. This could work. This could work. Hang on. All these guys that I've just sent to England. Hang on, guys. I might need some of you back here. 20. I'll send 60. Yeah, we'll have... Yeah, we've got a little readout here. Beautiful. Let's try that. Okay, we'll send 60 people through. Quickly try to take as much land as possible. I've got... The beard makes you look less like a male OnlyFans creator and more of a rugged philosopher. Okay, cool. Thanks, dude. Very important. Very important. Oh, beautiful. Okay, we're taking some land. Beautiful stuff. Hang on, this might work, guys. This might work. Fucking beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, can we take Nice? Oh, this could be a beautiful breakthrough. This could be beautiful. Let's see. Oh my god. And we're going to have 30 guys coming in through. Oh my god, this is going to be so good. Toto, we fundamentally disagree on Israel-Iran. Doesn't mean I can't enjoy some World War II gameplay. Very good. Okay, 20 watching right now. Okay. That's alright. It's my first gaming stream. It's okay if we don't have that many people. Risk the video game. Kind of. It's a little bit like that, I guess. A little bit. Not fully, but it kind of. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Beautiful. Gonna take it. Guys, this is gonna work. This is gonna work. Oh, my God. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, my God. It's gonna work. Oh, my God. Beautiful. We've got a breakthrough. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. We've got a breakthrough. We've succeeded. We have a breakthrough. We've got 141 men. Can we push into the heart of Vichy, France? I'm going to put everybody on very tight cohesion. Oh my God, look at this, guys. Oh my God, beautiful. This is happening. Oh my God. May 1943, we're pushing through. We've broken the Nazi lines. This is fucking powerful. Oh my God, beautiful. Oh my God. Beautiful stuff. We've got a good chunk of Vichy here. Fucking beautiful. The most important thing is we just can't let the Nazis entrench themselves. Just got to keep on going. Don't let them establish a defense line. Oh, poor Tibet has capitulated. That's sad. I love Tibet. Let's see if I can make these guys some tank divisions. Hang on. Oh, I just realized that I've got all this cavalry that's just been doing nothing. Hang on, I'll just replace it all with tanks. Make it a tank division. Okay, beautiful. All right, now I'm gonna just basically make everybody here a fucking tank. Yep, got enough tanks. Okay, beautiful. Come on, my beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soldiers. June 1943, we're making good progress in the south of France. The problem is we just don't want the Nazis to have time to entrench a defense line. If that happens, we're going to be fucked because they're going to have so many more men than us. So I really need the element of surprise to work. I'm going to send these 88 men. We'll reinforce them. And National Guard as well. Drew, can you stream Rugby 25? Okay, dude. Law, how's the Streamlabs? Yeah, this is the first Streamlabs that I've done. It's the first time I've done it. But I'm enjoying it. It's good. I'm just getting the hang of it a little bit. Oh, my poor guys have so little supply. We've done really well though, guys. Like, to get right into the south of France in the middle of 1943. Oh, Warplane Black. You need to concentrate your armor into spearhead. Yep, true. Okay, I'm going to do that. Only 4 divisions of tanks. Damn. Only for the tank division. Okay. Okay, can I transform these 9 into... Yep, beautiful. Got enough tanks. Okay. We'll try and make this a spearhead. Where do you think I should put the where do you think I should put the spearhead of armor? Right up the Vichy River, maybe. Spearhead, okay. Let's see if we can get this happening. Okay. Okay, the spearhead. Time for the spearhead to move. Catch Coldrew, yeah. Cut across the Bordeaux. Okay, where's this? Where's Bordeaux again? Hang on. Where's Bordeaux? Vichy, Limoges, Bordeaux. Oh, okay. Actually, yeah. We want them on the plains. I agree with you. Actually, we don't want them fighting on fucking. Yeah, we definitely don't want them fighting uphilly terrain. We want them on some plains. Okay, quick, get there, guys. Get there. How many men have I lost? Oh fuck, 750,000 men for this breakthrough. That's that makes me fucking sad. 750,000 men. That's not good. Okay, let's see if our armor can go through. Come on, armor. Come on, armor. Ah, we can't break through. Damn it, we can't break through. That's a shame. Oh, okay, we're making good push up here. Ah, guys, it sucks. I think the Nazis have just gotten enough time to basically form a defensive line. Actually, we're breaking through here. We're breaking through here. Okay, this could work. This could work. We've got a beautiful breakthrough up here. Oh, they've just cut us off. Ah, damn it. We've now lost 1 million men. I'm thinking maybe to end the offensive because we've lost 1 million men. I just don't have that amount of men to lose. Let's see. Oh, that is brutal. We were doing so well. So August 1943, we've got a pretty good. We've got a pretty good. Maybe the division template for the tanks needs support companies or artillery or something. Yeah, good point. Good point. Hello Vietran, how are you? Thanks for joining, man. Listen, guys, honestly, it's oh shit, it's 1:50 a.m. I really lost track of time. Oh fuck. I might maybe end the stream today. Because we've run into a roadblock in the south of France, and I don't want to lose another 1 million men. We don't have enough men. Bro, set up an airbase in southeast England, like I said, launch airstrikes on a marine. Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna have to I'll have to train a lot of infantry. Hang on. Training like 100. Yeah, gone max. Send that to England. End at 2 a.m. Yeah, okay, I will. I'll end at 2 a.m. It's so sad because we were doing so well and then we just hit that fucking roadblock in France. And I just know if I kept that offensive going, I would have like lost another 1 million men, and just not worth it. We need some more ports. So I'm just building up all these railways to try boost the supply for my guys, because that's one thing that's killing us. It's lack of supply in that region. What guys? What do you reckon I should add to my divisions? Maybe. Let's definitely get a field hospital in there. Maybe some support artillery. Damn, my infantry don't even have field hospitals. Okay, I'm going to add that for sure. Where should I add the artillery? Do I add it here, or do I add it in front of them? What do I do with the actual breakdown of the stack? I'm going to outsource this to chat a bit. Japan's not fighting back. We actually took all of Japan. So it's 1943. I have half of Japan annexed. The Nazis have almost completely capitulated the Soviets, which is a shame. And shit, I've lost 1 million men, which is just not good, not good. We've inflicted 340,000 casualties on the Nazis, and they've inflicted 885,000 on us. So there's obviously a lot that I need to do to improve my divisions. Got to expand conscription as well. Can't help the Soviets with money. I just don't know if I've got that much I can do. I could potentially send them some stuff via Lend-Lease. Start Lend-Lease. I don't have that much stuff though. I can probably help them the most with oil. Get them like... Get them like 3% of like daily production. Okay, I'm now giving them like 3% of the daily production of oil, which is really big. Have artillery behind defensive line and pound away and send money to Soviets while you turtle up again. Yeah. So if Snazzy Scotsman's still watching, where should I add the artillery? Should I add it for across or in front of them? Don't use line artillery. What do you suggest? Line artillery gives really bad stats per combat width after artillery run. You want to make full bricks. Okay. Alright. So like, hang on, division designer. For this you make full 36 width infantry bricks. So what do you mean by that? So like something like this? Is that what you're thinking? Do you know what combat width is? Kind of. Can you just explain it? Sorry. I know what it is, but I just no. Okay, no. Oh, that's motorized. Okay. Just infantry, you're saying? Okay. Infantry. Wait, sorry. Okay, I'm putting down infantry. Okay, I've put down some infantry. What do you suggest now? Whenever you attack, you have the base combat width and additional combat width per extra tile you attack from. Yep. But do you want me to put artillery in now, or... Do you mean like this now? Like now I put artillery in? Okay, no artillery. So just more infantry then? No line artillery at all. So do you want it to be in the support? Okay. So I added support infantry. Do you want, okay, just one support artillery or more? You know what? Why don't I just edit my actual infantry divisions like this? Do you want me to do it like this? This is my infantry division designer. Should I change my main infantry unit? Okay. All right. So I've got bricks here. Do you want me to add anything in the combat part? Any more support stuff? I will have enough guns for this, I think. Yeah, so what more do you, where should I put this? What do I add here? Or here? Artillery in the fourth column. Oh, add more infantry, okay. Like this? No, no, no. Okay. 18 total. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. Okay. Five, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I've got 3 rows. What more do you want? Okay. Okay, I'm going to start consolidating some of these divisions. The only problem is, as I consolidate these divisions, man, I'm losing a lot of guys. You only need 2 per tile, okay. I haven't played like this before, but I'm trusting the chat. "49 divisions consolidated into 2. I'm losing a lot of guys, man. I hope you've got the right idea here. You also have bad supply. Yeah, I know that. I got to fix that up. I got to upgrade. Yeah, I agree. I've got to upgrade the railways. Five. I've never played with this full stack 36 thing before, so I hope you know what you're doing, man. You're getting smashed. No, I'm not. Literally relax. I haven't tried consolidating troops like this before, so I'm going to try it out. Oh, look, we've got some nice success here. Holy shit, yeah. I didn't realize. Fuck. All of France has opened up. You're right. Fucking hell. Okay, I'm going to send some guys in. Yes, I have motorized my supply. I believe so. Hang on. Yeah, motorizing my supply. Beautiful, okay. Relax, Max, relax. I'm sending 30 guys up to the northern front. Relax, Max. I'm sending 30 guys over. I'll send 32. I'm gonna send all my non-parachutists over. Okay, nice. We're back. We're actually back advancing again. Beautiful, we're advancing again. Fuck yes. And Max said that the front line was over. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. We've broken through. And some of you said that the front line had gone static. Oh, okay. We've got it. We've got it. How many troops am I burning? Not that many. 1.4 million so far. Which for World War II, total warfare. We've got some breakouts. Let's see how the other guys are going. I think actually it's a lot more... I think the front on the north is actually a lot weaker now. What else should I build? Okay, I think we've got... I think France is going to fall. Oh, Turkey's joined the Allies. Oh, beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Have a look at that. Yeah, we've overpowered the Nazis. They've been pushed out of Stalingrad, which is good news. Okay, I think it's over for the Nazis now. I think we've definitely got them. Oh, we're going to have 60 divisions come up. Beautiful. "63 fresh divisions." Should I pull them into the north? Yeah, we'll pull them into the north. 63 fresh divisions. That's got to be beautiful. Okay, they're going to go into the north. Give the army a field marshal. Yes, good idea. Field Marshal Eisenhower. Beautiful. Paris has been liberated. That's beautiful. January 1944. We're making good time. This is nice. We're going to have a bit more strategic depth on the when it comes to near the Balkans area. Oh, that's great. Let's see if we can get Fume. Dude, great tip by Toto to completely redesign my divisions because they're so much stronger now. Damn, they're like tanks. I fucking love it. Feels like I'm playing with tanks. Nice, we've opened up a lot more area. Oh, that's brilliant. Wow, Fox News, US base in Qatar under imminent threat of Iranian strike. That is actually quite extraordinary. Let's push for Bordeaux, guys. Come on. Wow, these divisions are so powerful now. I feel like I'm playing with tanks. This is great. Just took Bordeaux, beautiful. This is fucking powerful. Okay, now that I've got my guys on the north, I want them to attack. Oh, this is beautiful, guys. Oh my god, look at this. A sea of green everywhere. Yeah, we've broken them in France, guys. We've officially broken them in France. This is amazing. Look at this. We've broken the back of Nazi power in France in March 1944. Oh, this is fucking beautiful. This is power, guys. Look at that. Wow. Total Nazi collapse. And the guys, yeah, we've broke, the lines have connected. This is beautiful. Wow. Look at this. This is beautiful. Wow, this was amazing, guys. Look, we've just taken all of France. Holy shit, there's a race for Berlin already. Oh my God, we're pushing into Germany. It's April 1944. Wow. This is officially fucking goated. Gonna send all my guys up to Bremen and race for Berlin. Yeah, I'll try play till we win. I'll try play till we win. I didn't think... Fuck. It was great advice from the chat to redesign my divisions. You guys got it so right. Fucking beautiful. Yeah, Max, you would fucking love this game. I'm actually surprised you haven't had this game before, Max. Yeah, we're going to push Berlin. This is going to be fucking beautiful. Okay, are my guys there? We're going to push Berlin, guys. Watch this. April 1944. Oh, look at how beautiful this is. We've just encircled a massive amount of Nazis. Oh, beautiful. Crush them in Vichy. That's fucking amazing. Beautiful. Oh my God, beautiful. All right. You know what? I'm going to send literally everybody and we're going to fucking rush Berlin. Look at this. We're rushing Berlin, guys. Oh my God, look at this. The power. We're actually going to get this. We're going to get this in a full year before the Allies did in real life. This is fucking beautiful. We're not going to let Hitler shoot himself this time. Well said, Vietran. Well said. Holy fuck, we've done so well. Oh my God, look at this. The power. The power and the glory. Everybody go up. I'm going to put them on rigid cohesion, ultra aggressive. Oh my God, look at this, guys. It's over. It's fucking over for the Nazis. We've actually got them. Wow. Holy fuck. It's going to be over. It's going to be over very quickly. I'm going to see if I can take some of these provinces off the Netherlands. Ask for control of the state. Hanover. Okay. Yep, beautiful. That'll be American territory now. Oh my God, guys, look at this. Look at this, my God. Totally fucking destroyed them. April 1944. Berlin, we're about to take Berlin. We're about to take Berlin. Oh my God, beautiful. We just took the fall of Berlin. Oh my God. Holy shit. The Nazis still have fucking Leningrad. The Nazis have Leningrad in this game, and we've just taken Berlin. This is actually amazing. We're gonna take the entirety. We won't let the Soviets establish an Iron Curtain. We're gonna fucking power this through. No fucking Iron Curtain for the Soviets this time. No fucking Iron Curtain. We can't take Moscow because unfortunately Moscow is in their hands, but we could potentially take Leningrad. That would be really funny. I don't think we'll take Leningrad though. I think the Germans will capitulate before then. Wow, we're racing east. We're racing east. Come on, guys. Come on. hang on, 4. I gotta send these. I'm gonna send 11 guys to just man the line. Oh yes, stop my lend-lease to the Soviets. Good point. No more lend-lease. And also cancel their docking rights. We won without any Soviet help. Wow. This is beautiful. How close are we to capitulating? Still got a lot of victory points. We've liberated Warsaw? What? Oh, the Soviets liberated. That's sad. Okay. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna make this a separate army. The south is where we're making a lot of progress. Wow. Gorgeous. I'm going to send these guys. Take Vienna. Wow, we've taken Vienna. Beautiful. How close are they to capitulating? They're pretty close now. Do we have Oppenheimer unlocked? I have him researching, but I don't think we've even got an atomic bomb yet. Which is crazy. What game is this? This is Hearts of Iron 4. It's a really good strategy game. Good fun. I'll try push these guys south so that we can cut off the Soviet advance towards Poznan. So we want to take as much territory as possible without the Soviets getting us. Wow, look at this, guys. Oh my god. Surely they're about to capitulate. They're coming close. Yeah, unfortunately, I think they've just got into Kaliningrad. June 1944. Can we get to Danzig? If we can get to Danzig, that'd be excellent. Let's get there, let's get there, let's get there before the Soviets. Ah, probably not gonna. That actually is so funny if we get Danzig before the Soviets. Wow. I don't think I've ever had a game go as good as this before. What the fuck? They're still in control of Leningrad. Can you believe this? The Nazis still have Leningrad while we've... Oh my god, beautiful. We're taking Danzig and the Nazis still have Leningrad. This is crazy. Oh, yeah, we got Danzig. Beautiful. Can we get... Let's try see if we can get to Königsberg. Let's try see. Let's try see. Oh, okay. I think they're capitulating. About to capitulate. Oh, yeah, beautiful. They're about to. They're about to capitulate, guys. Holy shit, this is awesome. I didn't even have to... I didn't even save scum or anything in this game. Amazing. Wow. Total destruction, dude. Wow. German Reich has capitulated. Oh my god. So what do we have left? With just Hungary. Once Hungary capitulates, the whole game will be over. Oh yeah, Hungary's about to capitulate. Look at that. Oh yeah, we've got that. Yeah, Hungary's gone. Look at the map. The Allies have actually done it without even the Soviets. This is amazing. We did it without the Soviets. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. They're still in control of Leningrad. What the fuck? The Nazis don't have a single shred of German territory yet, but they've got all of Norway and they've got Leningrad somehow. I've never seen that happen before. Once Budapest falls, I think World War II ends. Yeah, we're just waiting for Budapest to fall. That'll be now. Wow, we did it. Holy shit. Drew, you should invite your top Patreon Discord to play next time. I will. Good idea, actually. Good idea. Wow, that went so fucking good. I'm just trying to get some nice continuous territory. Fortunately, oh, Britain fucked me over, unfortunately. It's a real shame. Britain fucked me over. Let's see where the Allies stand. Dude, this is bullshit. We actually won more territory than the Soviets fucking conquered. And in the peace, they get everything. We literally went all the way up to Warsaw, and they take Warsaw. This is bullshit. Honestly, we're going to get ready for World War III in this game. Trust me, we're gonna fight World War III, take the rest of Europe off the Soviets. I won't stand for this. Look how bullshit this is. Does the game let you invade Switzerland? It's pretty hard as a democracy to do that in the game. I'm so pissed off at the territory I got because it's all non-contiguous and it looks shit. We'll go to war with the Soviets and win back some rightful territory. Listen, guys, I think I'll call it a day today. August 1944, we beat Nazi Germany and Japan a full year prior to the Allies did in real life. Didn't save scum it at all. That was fucking beautiful. All right, thank you, guys. I'll post the Discord before I end up. Hang on. I'm just going to turn off the game and then I'll post the Discord. All right, okay, hang on. Discord link. Hang on. I'm just trying to send that. I'm just trying to work out how to actually send the comment. Hang on, let me get up YouTube. Three hours and we won World War II in Hearts of Iron. That was pretty fucking good. Hang on, I'm just gonna comment the Discord. Thanks for staying up so long, Max. Appreciate it, man. I've commented the Discord link in the YouTube comment section, so you guys can see that. But thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Episode 68 of the Drew Pavlet Show will stream live tomorrow, and we'll cover more news tomorrow. Today was just like the first gaming stream I've ever done, and I wanted to have fun, try out some gaming, but we'll do some news tomorrow. Thank you, guys. God bless you all. Fortress of Righteousness.